Here, things are just kind of going awry. I get shot at there. So biggest problem here is the fact that the Cho'Gath has Guardian, so putting any damage on him really wasn't going to matter. Katarina knew this. She tried to make a play, but just too much damage there. And I can't remember when she leaves. But the nice thing is mid is doing some stuff. And I was like care mid so they wouldn't get jumped. And I don't remember what I decided to do here. I get Spirit Visage, which honestly was going to be very helpful. Couldn't afford armor yet, but it wasn't a serious deal. My base wasn't so terrible. Fortunately, now I had a lot of magic resist, so taking a little under half damage every time I get hit. This is about a little under 40% physical reduction, so you know, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. The main issue is the fact that the Tryndamere basically was building lots and lots of crit, and I'm pretty sure that he had reasonable damage runes, so that he could actually do something with that crit, because he was hitting me for some decent damage. And so here you see us chasing off a Jax. The Jax constantly ignited other people, which didn't really make any sense. It's Cho'Gath. They got a light there. Excuse me. And then you see Fiddles starting to fight Dragon. I'm at top, kind of hanging out on my own. I sort of get boxed out. I toss a cleaver. Kind of did that pretty badly. Pretty obvious that I was tossing. One of the things to note is I don't actually main Mundo. I haven't mained Mundo since I actually started playing the game. So it's been a while since I've actually played him. I don't know why I'm standing here. I'm trying to remember exactly what I was doing in this particular moment. But apparently I'm just trying to make something happen. I start kind of burning to lightly damage some people. I realize I'm dead here. I don't have any of my armor items. So I'm out. Like, there's just nothing I can really do about it. Sort of a problem, but it's not terrible. I think I pinged the turret at this point to let them know that it could go down. You know, and my team's making some interesting plays at mid, trying to really put some pressure on them. Here we see the... So, biggest problem they have this entire game is the fact that the Cho'Gath rushed Guardians, and our team focused him a bit too much, put a few too much on him in terms of really trying to get him, really trying to take down the, what's it called? Top goes down. So, this is kind of a big sticking point with the Fiddles, and I'm curious to see what would happen, because I'm fighting the Fiddle, I don't have exhaust, I can't go through him to fight the Fiddles. I don't really understand why the Fiddles is waiting for so long. But yeah, basically the Fiddles got all mad because I went the other way, but the problem was I didn't want to go through him. Here's where I die. Wouldn't have really mattered. Way too much damage on the other team here. Just, you know, I'm at super low health. Couldn't really get away. Because I couldn't walk into him. Here's the part where I explain this. Basically, Tryndamere was doing enough damage that me walking up kind of would have fucked me, and I was waiting on the exhaust to trigger. So juking him out into the bush would mean he wouldn't have sight and actually be able to hit me. And so that's what I did to buy myself time. I just didn't understand why the Fiddles didn't come around. I mean, he stood there a lot longer than he needed to, unless he was going to ulti, and he didn't prep an ult, so he's just really bad. This is kind of a weird point. Their Jax was pretty terrible, but the biggest problem was honestly the fact that he didn't know that anyone is missing. And that put some serious damage on him. The Trundle was just really, really bad about knowing when things were going south. Like, he wasn't alert at all. And this is, I think, the point at which we realize, no, Cat's still playing. There's a certain point at which Cat just stops playing. And it's not immediately obvious to, I guess, the rest of the team, but the Fiddles and I kind of knew ahead of time that, like, at a certain point that she just was not in any of the team fights. And that made us realize it was a 4-5, and a 4v5 is a bad situation, of course, but it's still winnable when played properly. Also,